Hey guys, welcome to Troy Time. Check it out. Today I am super stoked. We're going to show you something that's near and dear to my heart. I love what I'm showing you today, and I think you're going to love it too. I've teased it a little bit over the last couple days in some of my other videos, and I think people really like it. Today we're going to show the build for the DIY Dollar Tree Stackable Hydroponic Tower. This thing is so lavish and so lush. You can't even see the stackable containers. It's just a wall of green, and it's beautiful. Take a look at it here. And let me just tell you right up front, this thing, because of the modifications that we've done, you can grow almost whatever you want. You can grow cucumbers, you can grow tomatoes, you can grow peppers. We're using greens, we're using lettuce because it's quick to grow for the prototype. It's beautiful for lettuce, and I love lettuce, but I know a lot of people won't get excited about lettuce, right? But when you start talking about cucumbers and you start talking about tomatoes and peppers, people's eyes perk up, right? It's like, yeah, you can do that in this garden. I've already planted that garden. It's already growing, but it's beautiful. This garden's a thing of beauty. This thing is awesome. I am blown away at how well this works, right? From the start, one of my main goals for this channel has always been to give people the tools to grow food simply, easily, and inexpensively. Man, this garden, it checks all those boxes, baby. That's what I'm so excited about. I've done so much prototyping for so many different things. I've always had my eye on those Dollar Tree containers. I've used them in lots of other gardens. I always want to do a hydroponic build on one. I need to keep it simple, inexpensive, and easy to do. And I've definitely done that. One of the reasons I love this so much is that anyone can do it. And that's what I always wanted to do. I want someone who's 9 years old or 90 years old to be able to do a garden and grow their own food. And they can do it with this garden. A big part of my target audience has always been people who love gardening. There's a lot of people that are right there on the edge. They want to do it, but for some reason or another, they haven't started yet. And I'm always trying to encourage people to do that. This garden is the best entry system into gardening. If you've never done it, this is the way to go. This system right here, it's so easy. It checks so many boxes. My primary field of expertise is engineering, and I'm always out there prototyping something and then trying to make it better, trying to make it more inexpensive, trying to make it more efficient, trying to make it with materials that are more easily sourced, trying to make it easier, trying to make it have less maintenance, trying to make it look better, everything. Always trying to reduce it down to that best final product. And man, this garden, I think I've got there, man. I don't know how to make it any better. I can't make it cheaper. I can't make it simpler. I've had other prototypes that work. They took a lot more effort to build, they used a lot more materials, and the simplicity of this one is what's just awesome. There's always a little naysayer voice or someone out there saying different reasons why they can't garden, okay? This garden solves all of them, right? Okay, so real quick, let's run the checklist. Let's get rid of that little nagging voice of reasons why you can't do it, okay? Reasons why you haven't started gardening. Let's just knock that little monster out of there, right? So here we go. A lot of people say, oh, I can't garden, it's too expensive. This thing is $12. It's a $12 build, right? You can have 4 of these things for $50 and just be rocking, or you can just do one. If you're just starting, just do one and have a blast, right? $12, that's not too expensive for anyone. A lot of people say they don't have space, right? This thing is 1 square foot. It's vertical, it's beautiful, you've got space, right? This same garden, you can grow inside or outside. Boom, totally beautiful, right? At the end of the season, after you grow, you can take it right indoors and just keep on growing. If you're growing peppers or something like that, bring them in and just keep growing them right near a sunny window in your house in the same system, right? Or even better, you can just take them all out, wash everything off, switch over to coco coir. That's the only difference for an inside system is the outside system uses soil, the inside system uses coco coir, and then you're good to go. You could grow that pepper for 2 or 3 years in this same system. It's beautiful. Here's the other thing. Some people say, I don't want to deal with all the hydroponics. Okay, this is a wicking hybrid system, right? So you can do it with just water. You can water just on top, just like a soil garden. It's beautiful. You can water it underneath like it's a sub-irrigated planter. Or you can put the hydroponic nutrients into the bottom, and then you have an actual hydroponic wicking system hybrid, right? Which is the best way to do it. But if you didn't want to mess with the hydroponics, just use water. You can do the same system. You can do it indoors or outdoors. Some people will say they don't have time, right? This garden takes 30 minutes to put together, right? That's nothing. And maintenance-wise, you only have to touch it once a week. Some people say I can't have a garden, I'm always leaving for a couple weeks at a time. In further videos, I'll show you in addition of a gravity-fed automatic waterer for this thing that'll allow it to go 2 weeks without you touching it at all. So that little voice is getting beat down, man. He really is. What else we got? I can't garden outside, it's too hot. Okay, then do this garden indoors, right? It's perfect. Or some people say, I don't want to garden indoors. Okay, great, do it outdoors, right? This thing is so beautiful. Some people say it takes up too much space. That's the beauty of this one. I'm using the medium-sized planters, not the large ones yet. I have builds for those as well, several, and they're beautiful too. But the space of this one is what's awesome. It's perfect size. It's like a tabletop garden, right? If you've got an outdoor table, put this in the center of your table as a centerpiece. It's beautiful. It's not going to overtake your whole table. It's the perfect size, right? Some people say, I can't bend over and bend down and do all that kind of gardening. This, you put this on a table and it's from hips to shoulders. It's perfect. It's all right in that working area. Totally ergometrically sound. You're right in that working zone. It's perfect. There's nothing heavy about it. You're not moving heavy soil. This thing just checks all the boxes of being like the perfect little starter garden. It really does. It's not expensive. It's super easy. All you need is a pair of scissors. You don't even need tools. Some people say, oh, I can't build all that DIY stuff. I'm not inclined that way. All you need is a pair of scissors for this. You can do scissors. Everyone can do scissors. It's awesome. There's nothing holding you back from doing this garden. Let me look you in the eyes. If you've ever wanted to start a garden, do it now. Use this system. If a friend or family member comes to me and they say, where should I start? I'm going to start them with this system. It's beautiful. It's easy. It's the perfect size, right? The larger gardens are good too, but if you're just starting, this is the perfect size. This is such a good garden. I am so passionate about this one. Out of all my videos, this is definitely top 5 tier, man. It's like I've done almost 300 videos. I like a lot of stuff. I've done some really cool solar stuff. I've already shown a lot of really cool gardens and other things that I'm very proud of. But man, this garden, I'm telling you, all my gardens this summer, all my prototypes are they're doing awesome. So okay, I'm gonna stop babbling, all right? I'm just super excited to show you this. I hope you guys are excited as well. Apart from adding the automatic watering system in a further video, I don't know how to make this garden better. And so, yeah, that's all I have to say. and so that's what I got, guys. Build this garden, build several of them. It's a great garden, man. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, this is what you're going to need, okay? These are Dollar Tree Stackables, okay? These are the medium size, okay? They come in a 2-pack. That's how you know. If it's a 2-pack, it's a medium size. This is their little label right there. These are a 2-pack. You're going to need 4 2-packs, okay? You're going to need 8 total of these. That's 4 2-packs. These are $1.50, so that's going to run you $6 for all of your stackable planters. That's amazing. Next up, you're going to need these, okay? These are nursery pots, okay? Don't be confused. These nursery pots now, these are the larger size. See, they don't fit right in the small planters. These are the larger ones. These would nest perfectly into the larger stackable containers, but we're actually going to use them with the smaller ones. We'll show you. The other thing you need is a wicking material, okay? This is a wicking material. You should get one that's not natural fibers. That way it'll hold up better in the nutrients and it won't get all covered with slime and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I use something it's called like Amarek or something like that. And I got like 120 feet of it for like $9 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, guys, the build on this is so simple, okay? We're going to take those large size net cups and we have to make 2 simple modifications. We have to cut this wedge in the top, right? And then we have to cut a through hole in the bottom, okay? That's all you have to do, just those 2 simple options, all right? That's where our wick is going to go through. A little wedge cut in the top of that nursery pot and a little opening in the bottom there just to allow the wick to go through, and that's going to work out perfect. All right, guys, so let's do one live here on camera so I can show you just how easy it is. The measurements don't have to be that precise, okay? I'm using a 10-inch piece of rope or wick, but let's just go with that. This is the Amarek that we talked about. Hopefully I'm in frame. Bam. I'm a little awkward because I'm working behind the camera and the light. So there's our wick, right? Bam. Here's our nursery pot, okay? Find a 3-banger on the bottom, right? See the 3 holes here, 3 holes here, 3 holes, see the shape? And we're just going to cut one of them out. So I'm just going to go across here, making sure I'm in frame, go across there, get that out, and go across here. So that little part goes out. That's where our wick's going to go, okay, eventually. Then we want to go, so this is going to be the bottom, so we want this to be the top, so they're opposite each other. And I'm going to make 2 cuts, okay? Cut the rim first. That's my little trick, my little secret. If you try and cut all at once like this, it's going to crack and go all the way up the nursery pot. So you got to cut the rim first. That's a hard material. So I'm going to cut that right about here. See, it went up a little bit right there. I'm going to go about where my first thumb joint is. That's about, I don't know, 1 inch or 2, right? I'll measure it for you off camera. Then I'm going to go about the length of my thumb, or close to that, right there. And I'm going to do the same thing, right about there. And then up to about there. And then we can bend it, and then we can cut it. Boom. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. The wick's going to go through here, right? And then we can just sit it right into the nested pot. Here's our nested stackable planters. And what you're going to see is we're going to insert our wick. We would put our dirt and our plant in here first. That'll make everything easier. And then it's going to be pliable on the top. So it's just going to lock into place just like that. Hopefully that's in frame. Look at how beautiful that is. On the medium planter, you want the rim, the edges of the nursery pot to be on top of the next level planter, okay? So you want this little edge here to be on top of that. But it's in there, it's great. It's what I call gravity wedge lock. It's just locks right into place. There's a springiness to it, a tension, and it's just perfect. It's just perfectly wedged in there. I'll adjust my wick a little bit, boom. That's about where I'll have my wick. And then obviously, if it's outside, you could use soil, and inside, I would recommend using coco coir. And then you can put your plants right there. Yeah, guys, so obviously I'm loving this planter. I hope you are too. It's super easy to build, super inexpensive. I've already talked about it so much. And remember, I'll show you this. This is what's coming next. We're going to grow all kinds of stuff in this. I know you're seeing the lettuce, but we're growing everything. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. You're going to see it all summer long. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss. All right, so here's how we put the soil in it, just like I was talking about. Now we're back outside to the build. So the soil goes in afterwards, and then you can put your plants right in there. And it doesn't even have to have nice soil. There's a good look at the wicks. The soil is just the medium. It's not getting any nutrients from the soil. It's getting it from the hydroponic nutrient reservoir. There's the wicks in the reservoir. There's the lip we talk about. You want to make sure that that lip is locked over the next level. That's real important to keep it in there nice and secure. You're going to need 3 6-packs of these nursery pots. And then you just repeat that process all the way up so that you've got 18 planting stations. Here it is in the clear color, the white color there. And they come in different colors. There's also a green. This is what the green looks like. You could mix and match colors as well. All 3 of them look pretty good, I think, with the terracotta nursery pots. I think they look great. And half the time you're not going to see them anyways because they're going to be buried with vegetation, which is just awesome. There's a look at one of the, just the beginnings of the larger tower behind. But there's the white and the red with the terracotta pots. There's all 3 of the medium ones. So I'm loving these things, man. These are so great. I'm going to have a ton of these. You're going to see a lot more of these. So, you know, there's just so many advantages to this now. Here as you're watching them grow, and I'll show you some pictures, but let's talk for a minute. Since that pot sits in there diagonal, what it does is it actually doubles the root space. That's what makes you be able to grow different things, actually pretty dang small stackable planters. But because it sits in there diagonally, you've got twice as much root space. That means you can have like twice as much reservoir as well. And if you look, the plant is projecting out sideways. It's not going straight up into the next level the way it would do if you weren't going sideways, right? Additionally, what that does is it gives you twice as much space on the outside for the foliage, for the plants to grow. It's projecting them away from the tower instead of straight up into the next one. And when it gets out that larger perimeter, that larger diameter, it's got more room to grow. And it's growing in the right direction. So it's just an awesome, awesome thing. All those together, along with the fact that you're using hydroponic nutrients, means that it's able to even use even less of a root space. Because your roots won't grow as large if they're getting all the nutrients that they need. It's just a great way to make a super efficient use of the space, and you can just have so much vegetation in one small spot, and all of it's just thriving. So pleased with these things, in case you didn't know already. Here's a top-down view. This is where you can either leave this empty. I like to fill that up with water to give it some balance. And then what I like to do is I like to invert one on top of it. Here you can see that sort of top cap here. I don't even have to connect it to anything because the vegetation normally holds it right in place, which is awesome. And yeah, these things, before you know it, they'll just grow and they'll get so thick. Things grow real fast in hydroponics, man. They taste good in hydroponics too. But yeah, things grow super fast. This flew right up there. I ended up growing this tower. I grew it out to about 45 days, and I got some pretty big leaves. Instead of baby lettuce, I would call it more like teenager lettuce. Generally, what I like to do is I like to harvest around 30 days. So on this particular build, I put in 3 plants in each little clove of the leaf shape in each little clove of the leaf-shaped planter. When I do 30 days, I will use 10 plants in each one and harvest it 30 days. The other thing that's cool is that you can move these things around. So I was growing right out in the sun, and I had to break it down so that I could roll it over into the shade. And these things break down great. You can see how awesome they are and how much vegetation is actually there, even when they're broken apart. And then you just build them right back up. So it really is a thing of beauty. It's for the greens, but it's for the other stuff too, man. Once those peppers and cucumbers start coming, and peppers, people will be taking notice. I hope you do this garden, man. I really do. So I hope you like this video. Please like this video. Please share this video. Man, I think this is one of the best videos I've ever made as far as what I'm showing. I just think it's been such a success, such a great thing to use, and I hope everyone does it. And I'm trying to just give this to the community. I hope people take this and run with it and even make more improvements. Like I say, coming down the road, we are going to do a gravity-fed water feeder for this thing that will automatically water it, and it can stay untouched for weeks at a time, right? So that's just awesome, and that's super simple, and that's not expensive either. I just got to get time to make it because still have like 6 other gardens I haven't even shown you yet. It's absolutely crazy this summer. I'm loving it. I'm in a state of like euphoria with all these gardens. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I love it, and I'm just trying to get it all to you guys. So make sure you subscribe. I hope my channel takes off. I've got so much good stuff this summer. This is just one of them. Look back at my last 2 or 3 videos. There's good stuff there too, and I'm expanding on all of those. We got more hanging shoe rack gardens with hydroponics and crate towers with hydroponics, and there's so much stuff. I can't even begin. Anyways, subscribe to my channel, guys, please, and help this channel grow the best you can. Like this video. Make this planter, most of all. Make some food. That's the whole point, right? Get everybody involved. And hey, join my Facebook group, right? If you haven't already, do yourself a favor. It's TroyTime02, Plants, Preps, and Pups. I'll leave a link in the description. Jump into that group. We got to get that thing going. You can be interactive there. You can show your pictures. You can tell us what's going on in your life with your gardens, with your pets, with everything, right? So let's do it, guys. I hope you like this video. Leave some comments. Please get active in the comments so that this video really catches on and just gets widespread to a lot of people. I hope that happens. Thanks for being here, guys. We hope to see you again real soon. Check back often. We got lots of stuff coming in case I didn't mention it. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon. This is Troy Time. I'm out.